The NBA on 2K Sports. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Parker. Medu is out there with Hernan Gomez, and it's Satoransky in at the point guard position. Here's De Silva. 5 on the clock. Lucic. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Now, here's Satoransky. Down low, Hernan Gomez. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Well, Willie Hernan Gomez does things the right way, this time executing in the screen and roll.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Hands it from downtown.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Satoransky. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Edwards, that's good. Satoransky against Edwards. Satoransky, the pass to Medu. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. They grab their own miss. Fires from deep. And that one is off. Lucic. Right to the hoop. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. A beautiful reverse layup. He has 5.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
It's good. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Edwards looking it over. Out to the right wing. To the inside. Goes back up. And the shot falls short this time.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
2 minutes remaining.
Satoransky, the pass to Medu. Out to Parker. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. Think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Edwards against Satoransky. Edwards drives in. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
The 3 buries the long-range jumper.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Pass to De Silva. Buries it from three-point range.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
And Satoransky kicks to Parker. They set the pick. Count that one. Parker's got 7. Here is Edwards. "30 seconds left to play in the first quarter." To the paint. The rebound by Madu.
Oh, you could tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Buries the corner 3. He's got 6.
And both teams here in a nice rhythm offensively, and that really says as much about the lack of D as it does either's O.
And no good on the last second attempt this time. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Leading by just. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
They've got Fall, and it's Lapro Vitola in at the 1. The rebound by Anderson. Lapro Vitola passes to Anderson. There's a screen. A three-pointer is right on target. Anderson's got his first 3 points of the game.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Here's Lapro Vitola. Napier covering. Pass to Fall. Right wing. Fires for 3. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Stripped it away. Here's Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
To stop the run, shot clock at 5. Unable to get that one.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Launches it. To the wing right side. Pass to Vesely. Here's Lapro Vitola. Down low. And a slam dunk by Vesely.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. To the middle. Pass to Fall. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Now here's Napier. Nothing on the board. Rebound by Vesely.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Drills the three-pointer.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Booker. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
A nice shot by Anderson.
You know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure. You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
Aprovitola, no good. There's 49 seconds left here in the second. Here's the 3. Traps in the tray.
Well, he's 1 for 5 in the quarter, and his body language is saying a lot about where his confidence is. Rattled just a little bit. Maybe the next open look will start him up.
For the 3. 27 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
First personal foul. First team foul.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Launches from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Out to the right wing. Anderson right side. Going inside. And Anderson slams it in.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half.
43.
Up by 16. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
How about the points in the paint? Clearly, they made it a priority coming in, and it's paying dividends, Ernie.
Yeah, I remember those days.
And moving on, let's take... Thank you for being with us.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. The visitors with the ball. Takes the 3. And the 3 ball is good. 9 points in the game so far.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
They've got Metu. He's out there with Parker. Satoransk there with Hernan Gomez.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Fires from the wing. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
The 3. The shot, no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. You can't give up looks like that all game long. You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Misses from the corner. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Lucic, covered by Parker. Shot clock at 6. Oh, good on the triple.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Fades. Hits the three-point bomb.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Parker with the steal. Let's go. De Silva with the rebound. Cranes the three-pointer.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Satoransky looking around. There's the three. Not going to go that time. Pass to De Silva. Now Edwards. Driving inside. Launches it. Rebound by Parker.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Satoransky the pass to Medu. Parker outside. There's the screen. Three-pointer. It's good from long range. Parker's got 10 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flank.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away. Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
The three-pointer, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to De Silva. That's tipped. From deep three-point territory. They get it back. Lucic goes up again. Here's Hernan Gomez. And finish off by Hernan Gomez.
The young Spaniard, Hernan Gomez, a good finisher around the basket.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
46 seconds left to play in the third. 6 on the shot clock. Edwards with it.
About finding change in the couch? What? How do you get that?
Satoransky against Edwards. The shot by Satoransky, no good.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And here's Napier. Hasn't made one yet. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Delivering the blowout. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate. Caution, flammable.
That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish. You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Medu is out there with Fall. Then there's Anderson. And it's lateral Vitola in at the point.
Now, there are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Here's Napier. Brent is a guy who has played with winning teams, been in terrific cultures, and currently in one with the Spurs. What do you think is more important, team culture or raw talent?
Well, I believe in the culture carrying teams to a championship, but you can't do that without talent. So it's got to be a blend of both, Kevin, in order for your team to perform at its highest level. Culture comes first.
Giffey. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. And here's Anderson from the arc. No good. He's missed 3, and he's made 4 of his 7. Releases. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
There's a good screen. Aprovitola gets it to go from beyond the arc. Aprovitola's got himself on the board with 3 there. Here's the 3. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Aprovitola. Beyond the arc. That shot off the mark. Napier passes to Booker. Takes it off the glass.
There's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
To the right side. Anderson wide open. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. It's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
Pass to Aprovitola. There's the pick. Shoots the 3. Good on the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get...
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
the confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself for 3. And he's good on the 3 ball.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Anderson outside. This one for 3. It's off target. He's 4 of 9 from the field. Anderson's gone just 2 of 7 from long range. To the left wing. Here's Aprovitola. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. There's the pick. The 3 from Anderson. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. 29 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Now here's Napier. Six to shoot. Fires away from way outside. The shot off that time. Misses the 3. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A resounding victory for them. And
Welcome to Sunday Night NBA action here on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's De Silva. And he makes it on the layup.
High percentage look right off the bat.
Here's Krilexxx. Pass to Brown. James outside. Beyond the arc. Sinks it from distance.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's the three. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here is James. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to De Silva. Now Edwards. Driving inside. Soft touch off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
James. Oh, misses the dunk.
You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Check by James. Clock at 6. Yep, count it. 5 points in the game.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Edwards. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Takes it inside, and the layup is good off the glass. Edwards has got his second basket.
5 straight buckets to start the game. Off to a hot start.
Second shot opportunity. Pass to De Silva. And he goes in for the dunk.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Will it go? James attacking. And it's James with the jam.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's De Silva. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. 1:19 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Korkmaz. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offense.
And James gets it to go.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Pass to De Silva. Three-pointer. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Nice start as he's knocked down 3 of his first 4 and has hit the ground at high speed.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Fires the 3. Fires in the triple. Give him 8 points now.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense. Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Driving in, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
That's the end.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Leading by 9. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Shot from the low post is good.
You know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Pass to Akobo. The 3 is up. The rebound by Napier.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
There's the 3. The rebound by Diallo. Here's Matajunas into the lane, and he jams it home with authority.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past. D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Akobo gets the bucket.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. If one team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Back to Napier. 6 on the shot clock. Here he goes.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
And stolen by Diallo. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
Number 53.
On Thursday, then on Sunday.
At the line for the away team, Okobo. Taking 2 shots.
And he drops it first. And so he hits both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. There's the drive. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Nice basic one-hander there.
Hey, I think he got some extra bounce off the ground on that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, he was way up there.
Okobo gets the bucket. He has 7.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
To the inside, and the layup falls.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Jump shot is good. Now here's Napier, yet to see a basket. Buries it down low. 1:31 left in the first half. To the left wing. Pass to Okobo. Back to Diallo. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from the wing. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Back to Napier. To the left side wing. Fires for 3. The rebound by Diallo. He's guarded by Napier. Pass to Diallo. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. So it's the home team now. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Right wing. Puts up a 3. Kept alive.
Working smarter, not harder. He anticipates where the ball is going and beats the bigger guy to it.
From deep. That shot is off. It could go. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we finished off one half of play. Up 7, and we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
You take a look at the home team, they're one of the most dangerous teams in the league. Some people have been waiting for their decline. Hasn't happened yet.
And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the home team.
Dominant performance.
And that is going to do it for us.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Edwards. Outside, Brown. He buries it from 3. Brown's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Here's Edwards. Korkmaz pulls it in.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Loved the intensity.
For 3, James. That shot off.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Yep, that one goes. James has got 13 now.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Pure from 3-point range. 6 points for him.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Foul. Krilexxx. First personal foul. First team foul.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And it's good for 2.
Everything working for them out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
A tight game here in Utah. The shake. Edwards, no good. Here's krilexxx. Outside, Brown. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Second half of play here. We're just under 2.5 minutes past. De Silva, no good. James deciding where to go with it. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
With the game on the line, Ice Tray is a dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I work too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you. Brown with a screen. The 3. The shot by James, no good.
Registering 3 threes in the first half. He hasn't hit one since.
Down low. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Out left to the wing. It's stolen by James. The finish! Rips down the breakaway slams.
And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
From downtown. Second chance shot. Got a hand on it, and that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Clock is at 3. Here's De Silva. On target from range. De Silva's got 5 points in the quarter.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
To the inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
And here's James. He's got 16 for the tie. Counted. That's his 7th basket of the game in 14 tries.
making his mark from long range today. That's his second triple of the half, his 5th overall.
Pass to De Silva. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy. De Silva's got 14 points.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3-ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring. Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
The 3 doesn't go for him. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. That's the end of the third, and it's tied up. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the take, uses the glass to finish the layup.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
They set the screen. Inside, here's a Kobo. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Let's go with a 3. Out to the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Drills it from deep.
And that's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Here's Mata-Yunus. Takes a 3. That shot off the mark. There's the triple. Knocks it down from distance.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Here's a Kobo from the arc. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge.
2 shots.
Action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Diallo outside. Fires it from 18. It's not going to go for him.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Off target with the 3.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Back to Napier. From outside the arc. The shot no good. Out to the right wing. There's There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
To snap the cold streak. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And the visitors call time here. Chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, over that break I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. This might be a close late game, but don't tell coach. They were cool as a cucumber in the huddle, and I think that resonates with their players. We'll see if that approach works. Brian?
And Allie, thanks. They're just trying to hold on to this lead, Grant.
And right now, you just can't afford to be careless.
Up top, Edwards. Defended by Brown.
You just can't give up looks that close to the rim.
Here's James. Fires from deep. Edwards pulls it in. From behind the arc. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And there's James from the arc. And he sinks it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
Away team foul. Krilexxx. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Edwards with it. And so they get the victory here at home. This one was in the balance right until the final.
Hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday night action right here on 2K Sports. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Korkmaz. He's out there with Brown. And it's Krilexxx in at the one spot. Banked in off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Medu. Here's Sadaransky.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Parker surveying the floor. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, a nice start for them. 3 for 3 in the early going, getting into a rhythm.
Brown with a screen on Sadaransky. Krilexxx, no luck. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And finish off by Hernan Gomez.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Now here's James. To halt the run. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
The three. Krilexxx grabs the board. Floats one, and James with the layup. James has got 5.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
James covering. Hernan Gomez with a screen on James. Out to Parker. Pass to Medu. Three-pointer. Over to the wing. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Papagiannis.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Krilexxx passes to Korkmaz. Brown with a screen on Parker. Fires from deep. He can't get it to go. Here's Medu. He's covered by Brown. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Here's Krilexxx. Outside, James. Jacks up a three. Rebound by Parker. 1:46 left here in the opening quarter. Back to Hernangomez. And finish off by Hernangomez.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Brown. That one's in, his first shot this game. We've got 1:18 left here in the first quarter. Zadaransky looking around. Puts up a three. Sinks the triple. Zadaransky's got his third basket of the night right there.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from him.
And the dunk by James.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Hernangomez a screen. Medu passes to Hernangomez. And finished off by Hernangomez.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
James, no good. 3-second difference between shot clock and game. Pass to Zadaransky. Drains it from beyond the arc. Zadaransky's got 10.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Unloads. Fabianis kicks to Krilexxx. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 5. Stolen away. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. They're up by 8. After this break, we'll be back with the start. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
They've got Fall, and it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. Fall can't hit. Diallo out there with Blossingame, and it's Maniunas in at the center position. Here's Okobo. Knocks down the 3 ball. Okobo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
They've got Anderson, and it's Fall in its center. And then Vesely with the dunk.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Passing game out there with Diallo, and it's Okobo in at the 2 spot. That's the Blossingame. Driving the lane, and that one is good. Blossingame's got his first points of the game.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
They've got Fall, and it's Vesely in at the power forward position. Here's Laprovitola. No scoring in this one. Lock at 6. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. We've got Blossingame, and it's Okobo in at the shooting guard. Diallo has the open look. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Fall, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
It's hauled in by Laprovitola.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Vesely passes to Fall. Here's Laprovitola. Pass to Fall. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's a Kobo. The 3-ball. Sinks the three-pointer. Kobo's got 6 in the quarter.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Now here's Monaco. Tight defense on him. Okobo looking over the floor. Monaco passes to Okobo. Fall with the rebound. 1:44 left to play here in the half. The shot's good from Laprovitola.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
In the corner, it's Diallo. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Covered by Monaco. 1:11 left in the first half. And Vesely slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's a Kobo. Off target with his 3. Now, here's Vesely. Starting closer.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Connects from three-point range.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
Pass to Laprovitola. From deep three-point land. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity.
Away team foul. Diallo. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Laprovitola. Fires the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Laprovitola's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
And he lays it straight in.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
1 second left. And he hits the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
And the first half is now in the books. They lead by 13. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you.
The way they have owned the paint, not only will they win the game, they might not even sweat in the fourth quarter.
And now, not a bad... And that about wraps...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hernan Gomez out there with Medu. Then there's Parker, and it's Satoransky in at the 1. Inside, Medu, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
They've got James. Brown out there with krilexxx, and it's krilexxx in at the point guard position. And that one's good. James.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Medu is out there with Hernan Gomez. Then there's Parker, and it's Satoransky in at the point. Pass to Parker. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle and taken away by Brown.
Yeah, but just the second turnover of the game. I mean, overall, pretty meticulous offensively.
krilexxx is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Brown outside. And no good that time.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Poked loose. Pass to James. Driving inside. And James throws it down.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that now.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Shoots it. And that one's good for krilexxx.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, GA?
Kevin, thanks. The NBA's 65-game requirement for postseason awards has drawn some criticism. But, Adam Silver says, ultimately, this is about the fans and putting the best product forward. Load management was not working for us. This is having the desired effect, that guys are out on the floor. Kevin?
Yeah, they want to be on the floor, right? Keep them tuning in. Good stuff, DA. Thank you. And Satoransky wide open. He fires. It's Parker outside. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Satoransky against James. Frank, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Satoransky, the pass to Medu. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And that one's good for krilexxx. krilexxx has got 5 now.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. From deep, James. Satoransky grabs the miss. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. From deep. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Now, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
4 on the shot clock. And it's blocked. Now here's James. 16 points for him. Going inside, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you don't like to concede the free throws, but it's better than getting flushed on.
For the away team. James.
And both free throws good for James.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Now here's Satoransky. Defense right on him. Nailed from three-point land. Satoransky's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's now his third triple of the game. First here in this second half.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
From outside the arc, gets it to go from beyond the arc. 10 points for him. James with it. That will count. Got it! Oh, what a hit!
That is such a tough shot.
Yeah, and a big-time three to cut it to single digits. They've kept it within.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. They're up by 8. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us.
Number 32.
They've got Anderson, and it's Vesely in the power forward.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
They set the pick. And the layup's good off the glass.
That pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Here's a Kobo. Takes a three. Fall with the rebound.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
He's just checked in for Boston game. Provitola. Here's Vesely. Provitola passes to Vesely. 6 to shoot. Tries again. And it's good on the way in.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Here's a Kobo. Pass to Corniche. Lets it go from deep. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Anderson outside. Fall passes to Laprovitola.
Away team foul. Martinez. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Odin grabs the miss.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots. See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. A nice shot by Vesely.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And there's the drive. Satoransky grabs the miss. Parker against Diallo. Here's the screen.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Diallo. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Corniche. Right wing, fires for three, drains the three-pointer. Corniche has got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Count the basket.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Here's a Kobo. They set the pick. And the three off target. Pass to Medu. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter. Sadaransky, the pass to Medu. Now here's Diallo. He's covered closely. Misses the deep three-point attempt. Diallo's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Shoots. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Now, here's Sadaransky. He's tightly guarded.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Team foul.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. No good on the quick three. Deflects the pass. Hernan Gomez kicks to Sadaransky. And the three ball is good.
Yeah, they can count this one in the win column. It has been a tremendous effort.
Yeah, look, sometimes you just break your opponent's spirit, and I think this has been one of those times.
Away team foul. Corniche. First personal foul. 5th team foul.
First free throw is good, and that'll push the lead to double digits. So he gets them both.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
Here's a Kobo. Sinks the triple. 15 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Sadaransky. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to...
And welcome to the NBA on Thursday night. We're bringing it to you live here on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Hernan Gomez can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Covered by Saturansky. And here's Edwards outside. They get it again. Over to the wing. He drops it from range.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Saturansky right side. With the drive. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
There's a screen by Metu. No good on the three. The kick out to Edwards. Nails it from three. Edwards has got 5 points.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
That shot's good by Parker.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Pass to De Silva. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. The steal. Outside Edwards. Saturansky with the steal. And they're pushing it up. Parker outside. Saturansky outside. 6 to shoot. Driving inside. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Deflected. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Edwards. Drives to the hoop. Parker defending. It's Edwards on the wing. Another shot. And the layup is good. Edwards got 9 points.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Buries it from 3.
Yeah, he's really giving up size in that matchup. But on the perimeter, he can find the room he needs.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
Driving to the basket. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. There's a screen by Metu. They get it back. Satoransky left side. Here's Parker. That three's off the mark. Ooh, they pick off the pass.
Out of bounds. Away team ball.
Here's Edwards. He's got 9. 30 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. No good from outside. Satoransky outside. Pass to Hernan Gomez. 5 to shoot. Fires from 14. And he knocks the jumper down. He's got 5.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offense.
The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
And the video is going to be sent to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus. It looked like he got it off in time, though.
Offense is coming free and easy. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
To the paint. Here's Fall. And he can't jam it through.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
Takes it inside. Count it.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
He's guarded by Napier. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
He's guarded by Napier. Second chance effort. Here's Vesely. And finally, they hit one.
Well, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Sinks the tray.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Anderson for 3. The offensive rebound. 4-3. To the wing on the left. Sends it home from 3-point land.
Listen, everyone knows what kind of shooter this guy is. Just his presence on the floor creates space.
Outside Napier. It's hauled in by Fall. Anderson for 3. Oh, he can't sink it. He's 0 for 3. Hey, from beyond the arc. Drains the triple. 5 points in the game.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Out to the right wing. And stolen by Napier. To the middle. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Anderson. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, we want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams.
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie.
Oh, that was nasty. A 2-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. 1:36 left in the second quarter. It's hauled in by Fall. Here's Vesely. Pass to Anderson. Oh, got a piece of it. And stolen by Napier. The three is up. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Here's Anderson, and finished off by Anderson.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the first half. It's Napier with a drive. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Napier's got 7 points here in the quarter.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
46 seconds left in the second period. They set a pick. Off target from outside. Anderson covers. 24 seconds left in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
For 3. The shot misses.
Home team foul. Foul. First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for the away team.
First one falls for him.
Giffey taking 2 shots.
Hits both from the stripe. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first half.
That's a 3.
Got it off in time. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
They'll have the advantage coming in, but it's not like they're infallible. I mean, no one is.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, it... And moving on now to that first half. Tough sledding so far for the home team.
They're getting steep.
And that'll do it for us.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Delivering the blowout. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Chimezi Metu out there with Willie Hernan-Gomez. And it's Parker in at the 3 slot.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Launches a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Satoransky's got 7.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Willie Hernan-Gomez is out there with Chimezi Metu. And it's Satoransky in at the point.
Big time 2-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And a missed layup. And a minute played as the second half gets going.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Oh, with determination, key characteristic when you watch Willie play.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. It's Edwards on the wing, covered by Satoransky, and that one drops.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
Here's Metu, and he gets the bucket. Metu's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Pass to De Silva. From outside, off the mark.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
They get it back. Kicks it out to Parker. 5 on the clock. Hernan Gomez. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Now, the thing you take away, I think, from his play, Willie with excellent hands, catching off the screen and roll.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. From deep three-point land. Doesn't go that time.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, baby.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Kicks it out to Parker. Here we go, all alone. De Silva, no good. This one for 3. Offensive rebound.
2 minutes
goes back up.
2 minutes.
Satoransky outside. Four on the clock. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to go. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Shot is good by Edwards.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Satoransky outside, and he dunks it down.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
And Edwards, here we go. And he banks in the layup. Edwards has got 16 points.
Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive. Really steady from the field.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Counted from distance.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Lets it go from deep. The shot, no good.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Snatched up. Parker passes to Metu. And the 3 off target.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot. This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Edwards. First personal foul, second team foul. At the line for your home team.
And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
And he makes both free throws. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Fires for 3. The shot off that time. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And we're coming right back. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. He's guarded by Napier. Count the basket.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Team foul. At the line for the
And he drops it first.
Number 22. 2 shots.
Good on both. Well, Grant, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, BA. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
They get the rebound to the left side wing. 3-pointer, no good. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Anderson covers to the paint. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
The screen doesn't earn him a ton of breathing room. Turns out he doesn't need it.
On target from range.
A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open from range.
And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. And it's good. Napier.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
Ooh, a 2-handed power slam.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Substitution on the court.
The home team on D. 17-point game. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. To the right side. Just 5 on the clock. Parker defending. Knocks down the triple.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Here's Metu. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
1:56 left to play in the fourth quarter.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
It takes precision timing for sure. It's Parker on the attack. And Parker throws it down.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. The 3 nails it from 3.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
There's a screen by Metu. Fires the 3. They grab their own miss. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave no doubt.
1:14 left in the game. Parker outside. can't connect from short range.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And Parker pulls it down. 52 seconds left in the final quarter.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Substitution on the court.
51 seconds left to play in the fourth. And he gets that one.
Nice sequence off the inbound. Ball movement and player movement creating the good look.
There's a screen by Metu. Here's Satoransky. No good with the triple.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
To the left wing from deep. And Parker pulls it down.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
Knocks it down from distance. Here's Edwards. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Inside. The visiting club takes the win on the road.
That's the end
to
of the
walk
game.
into enemy territory and deliver a performance.
NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Edwards. James covering. Just 5 on the clock. With the drive, and he slams it one-handed.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's James. Fires the 3. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. We're about 1 minute into the first. Lays it up and takes it in. And so here's the home team. Here's krilexxx over Edwards. krilexxx gets the bucket. krilexxx has got his second bucket of the game to go. James covering from downtown. It's hauled in by Brown.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Edwards, no good. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Odin. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
Thank you, David. From the arc. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Here's De Silva. He's covered by Brown. Lets the 3 fly. Got a piece of it. And he recovers it. Buries it from 3-point range.
Number 7.
He has 5.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from D.
There's the triple. The 3-pointers right on target.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's James. Brown sends a screen for James. No good with the triple.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
He's covered by Brown. And stolen by James. Brown inside. Edwards defending. And it's Brown that time on the assist by James.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
It's hauled in by Brown. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off. .103
left in the first quarter of the game. James defending. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Here's krilexxx. 6 points for him. Pass to Korkmaz. And here's Brown outside. That one's not going to go. James covering. Drills the 3-pointer. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Korkmaz. 15 seconds left in the first quarter.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
To the inside, and he stops it. What a pass to set him up.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
James with a deep 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. They lead by 2. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out the gate.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
Diallo out there at Corniche. And it's Moniunas in at the center, locking down the middle. Okobo. No good on the three. For the three. Corniche with the rebound. Now here's Diallo. Nails the 16-footer.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Moniunas with the steal.
Away team foul. Napier. First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the visitors. Here's a Kobo. No good from outside. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
That's the kind of lead that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Traps in the tray.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Corniche. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Napier. Sinks that one from the post. Napier's got 4 points in the quarter. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's a Kobo. Off target from outside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
There's a screen by Moniunas. Out left to the wing. Looking to end the run. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. From deep. The offensive rebound to the left side wing. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 5 points in the game.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left in the first half. That's tipped.
Home team foul. Okobo. First personal foul. First team foul.
1:46 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Napier. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
Ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue.
Foul. Second team foul.
A minute 20 left now here in the second. Corniche buries the long-range jumper. Corniche has got 6 in the quarter.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
To the wing on the left. To the left side wing. The tray. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3 ball here in the second quarter.
Here's Diallo. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Diallo's got 8.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Here he goes. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's a Kobo. Still without a basket. Can't connect from long distance.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Pass to Diallo. The wing jumper off target.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. They lead by 9. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Taking a look at the visitors, they're in the top 5, which has shocked a lot of folks. This roster looks great. And
turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the visiting team. That is more than enough.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. The visitors with the ball. We've got Brown. James is out there with Korkmaz. And it's Papagiannis in at the center position. And the shot is good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
James looking it over. And the shot goes in. James has got his second basket of the game.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Edwards. And he makes good on the layup.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
James defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From past the arc. They get it again. Pass to Edwards. He's covered by Brown. Lets it go with a 3. It's good from long range. 8 points for him.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
3-pointer. That shot off the mark.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Lucic. His 3-pointers off the mark. And they're staring at a sizable deficit.
And still within reach, though, that they don't have to rush things.
Galathis kicks to Brown. And finished off by Brown.
And how about he takes on the defender head on and then throws down the two-hander.
Nice straight power there. Straight power. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldrin.
Hey, Kevin, this summer we saw the NBA break up its draft into 2 days. The next idea, a bigger break between the draft and the start of free agency. The common thread is giving front offices more time to strategize around these highly consequential decision periods, the NBA calendar. Kevin?
Interesting, DA. Thank you. Now here's Edwards. 7 points in the game. Lets it go from deep. Shoots the 3. Korkmaz grabs the miss.
Away team foul. Lucic. First personal foul. Second team foul.
They can shave the deficit to single digits right here. Out to the right wing. Here's Brown. And the lead is down inside single digits. Brown's got 4 points now in the quarter. Brown's gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. Edwards against James. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul, first team foul.
The first one falls. In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results.
Here's Korkmaz. Still yet to score. He can't hit that time.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Right side, Edwards. Pass to De Silva. And he drives in, uses both hands to slam it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Outside, Edwards. From the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Edwards got 9 points in the quarter.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
There's 39 seconds left in the third. Here's De Silva. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Lucic. From outside, off the mark. Here's a Kobo. He has yet to score. Shot good by Diallo. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
Here's a Kobo. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. They lead by 14. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Corniche is out there with Diallo, and it's a Kobo in at the shooting guard. He gets that one.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Takes it inside. Count it. Kobo's got 5 points now this quarter. Now here's Napier. Defense is right there. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Well, Greg, they're looking to make some big stops here to halt this rally.
And luckily, time is on their side, but this is on them. They need to play smart here.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. On the clock, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. There's a screen by Modiunas. Cornish's shot is off, and they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
So it's the visitors now. 17 points was their biggest margin. Now Napier. This one for three. Sinks the three-pointer.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
To the paint. Up and in on the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Fires for three. They grab their own miss. Avianis kicks to Korkmaz. Fires the three. Hits it from three-point range. Korkmaz has got his first 3 points of the game.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
To the wing right side. Good on the three-point shot.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Outside, James.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
From deep three-point territory. That shot off.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Here's Krilexxx. Pass to James. Fires from way outside. No good on that one.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not a good idea.
Korkmaz, no good. Korkmaz has gone 1 of 4 so far. Trying his luck from deep. Pass to Napier. Lets the three fly. Drills it from outside. And that put a hush over the crowd.
Wow, I mean, took these fans out of the game in the blink of an eye.
From deep three-point land, Krilexxx gets the bucket. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bounce pass Napier. And James pulls it down. Takes the three. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Giffey. Shoots a three. The shot misses. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they'll get another chance. James kicks to Krilexxx. Puts up a deep three. Knocked loose. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did.
What better for a Tuesday evening than a little NBA action on 2K Sports? Welcome, everyone. Courtside with 2X NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Willie Hernan Gomez is out there with Chimezie Metu. And it's Satoransky in at the point guard position. Now here is James. Here's krilexxx, covered by Satoransky. Just 5 to shoot. And he makes it on the layup.
Setting an aggressive tone early, challenging the heart of that defense.
Lays it up and banks it in.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
James, and Parker pulls it down.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Pass to Metu. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. And there's the rejection. Brown with it. Here's krilexxx. Back to Brown. And Metu pulls it down.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Offensive board. Blocked! And here's James. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. The three. And Metu pulls it down.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Beyond the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
Home team foul. James. First personal foul, first team foul.
First free throw is good.
For the away team, Cody, 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's krilexxx. Pass to James. Here's krilexxx. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. krilexxx has got his 2nd bucket of the night. There's a screen by Metu. Let's go with a 3. It's not going to go for him.
And that's just an off-balance, low-percentage shot, especially without room to operate.
Here's James, and it's blocked. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. A minute 53 left to play in the first. Outside, Brown. Sinks it from distance.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's Metu. Sadaransky right side. Baseline jumper. That shot off the mark.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
James passes to Brown. Here's krilexxx, covered by Sadaransky. Great start so far, 3 of 3 in this one.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
Here's Parker, and Parker throws it down.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
James outside. Pass to Brown. Here's Korkmaz. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Nails it from beyond the arc. Parker's got 5.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition when no one's on you, great shot there.
Here's krilexxx. He's got 6. The 3, James. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Check by James. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Pass to Sadaransky. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. They lead by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of this. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
Anderson against Diallo. Offline with a 3. Left side Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
Assisted.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation. All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Here's a Kobo. No made baskets yet. outside the arc. Fires in the triple.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Anderson can't get it to go. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. For three, Diallo. It's hauled in by Fall.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
He's off on the layup. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Cornelie. 5 to shoot. Fires top of the key. And he drops that one in. Cornelie's gotten his first basket of the night. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Fall. Poke loose. Diallo outside. Here's a Kobo. Three-pointer. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. And he drives in. And the shot's good. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
First team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
Number 32.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. A minute 53 left in the half. From the arc, tipped, and they get it back. And stolen by Diallo. Shot clock at 6. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
A minute 15 left in the first half of basketball. Pure from three-point range. He's got 5.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open 3.
And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
And there's the screen. To the inside. Saturday, and then on Wednesday.
It's no secret around the league that this team loves playing in their own building. They're loaded with home games over the next stretch, so this is a chance to win some ball games.
Good on both. 46 seconds left in the first half. Here's a Kobo. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts. There's 37 seconds left to play in the half. From down in the low post, it goes. There's 25 seconds left to play in the second quarter. They set the pick. Launches a 3. Anderson pulls it down.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
A good-looking shot from the wing.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
It'll count. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Leading by just 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Start time 7 o'clock Eastern.
I prefer an even fight. Should be a good one.
Even before the game started, you could feel the energy in this arena, man. They fed off that. Big time home court advantage here.
So, thanks for tuning in.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. James outside. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. James has got 5 points.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
We've got Chimezie Metu. He's out there with Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Parker in at the small forward position. Now, here is James. Covered by Satoransky. Puts it up from 15. The shot by James, no good.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Driving in, blocked, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Parker. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. James, a screen on Parker. Shot clock at 5.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
He takes it in. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Parker's got his third basket of the night.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Satoransky outside. Metu, pass to Satoransky. Hernan Gomez with it. Check by James. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Second chance shot. And it's good on the lay-in.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
James outside. And Metu pulls it down. Metu's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
James outside. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. And the three-pointer goes.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Satoransky outside. Down low. And that one is stuffed right through.
Taking sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Pass to Korkmaz. It's James on the wing. 11 points in the game. Now here's Hernan Gomez. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Lets the 3 fly. Drops in the 3. Satoransky's got 5 points.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
The open shot by James. The leaner falls for him. Difficult shot. James has got 10 points now, just in this quarter. James has gotten half of his 10 shots to fall so far. Check by James. We've got 1:13 left in the third. Fade away. The shot misses.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious. Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Satoransky outside. He buries it from 3. Give him 8.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
James outside. Brown with a screen. He's feeling it. And yep, it's good. James has got 14 points here in the second half.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's krilexxx. And Metu pulls it down. Check by James. It's good.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Here's krilexxx, covered by Satoransky. Brown with a screen. Here's James. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. It's reading the defense like a point guard.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, over that break I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Anderson gets the bucket.
Smart play call to get him something at the rim.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Pass to Okobo. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Here's Fall. Second shot opportunity. And it's good. 2 points. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Okobo. Takes the 3. That one no good.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
To take the lead. And the layup is up and in.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
There's the 3. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 4 rebounds in the game. Controls the rebound and the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Fires it. Okobo gets the bucket. Here's Vesely. Outside, Anderson. Clock at 6.
Old team foul. Okobo. First personal foul, second team foul.
First one falls for
the
him.
away team. Number 8, taking 2 shots.
And so he hits both. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Covered by Satoransky. Out to the right wing. Here's Okobo. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Goes back up. He can't get it to go.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
The defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And there it is for him. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
With a bucket here, they can recapture the lead.
I like how they've hung in. Never let things get out of hand.
Shot on the wing. Diallo, no good.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Number 32, second personal foul, third team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:33 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Metu, defended by Brown. And a strong finish with two hands.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Parker outside. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
I mean, that was just terrific work to stay in control and finish.
Shooting for the away team.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
They set the pick. Here's James. Oh, he nails it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
Take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Lets it fly. Korkmaz on the wing. Shoots over Parker. Korkmaz, good. 32 seconds left in the fourth. Check by James. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Satoransky outside. 5 on the clock. Uses the glass on the layup. Here's Krilexxx. And so the road team gets the W in this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard